We got William Bergolla. William Bergolla is a 5'11", 165 pound, 19-year-old with the Single A affiliate Phillies. He's with the Clearwater Threshers. He was born 10/20/2004 in Valencia, Venezuela. I don't have a lot on this guy, but I'll burn through his stats of this year. Yeah, he played in the DSL in 2022 for 71 at bats, but just in 2023, he had 192 at bats. His average was 255, on base of 351, slug 286. That slugging percentage is a little bit scary. On base plus slugging is 637. 0 home runs, 2 stolen bases. He got caught 5 times, 2 doubles, 2 triples. The big one, I think both of you guys are going to point out, is his walk to strikeouts. He only had 17 strikeouts and 30 walks. So there's where your on base is way higher than your slugging. No home runs, walking a lot. Go ahead and get into it, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that stands out is, I mean, he's walking more than he's striking out, which is always good. Would like to see more stolen bases, especially for 228 plate appearances this year. Yeah. Only 2 stolen bases, which is a little off. But like I said, who knows what they wanted him to do at Single A. So yeah, I'm really not too worried about that. Slugging, of course, is concerning at 286. But I'm always going to give the benefit of doubt first year over in the States, 18 years old. Jesus. Just we'll see a couple of years from now, but I mean,
he's not even a month past turning 19. He was 18 all year long stateside. So that's a very good thing to bring up. A very young kid, and he's already playing stateside. I love that, bringing that up.
So I'm looking through this. I thought he was somebody that I wrote up this year in our player highlights, and I'm not finding him. So maybe I did not write him up, but I know I at least thought about it. To me, this guy is William Bergolla is super interesting because of the things that you touched on. He was 18 years old, played the whole season at 18 at the Single A level. That's an advanced assignment for an 18-year-old. Yeah. And he did it with like flat out dominating plate discipline, which you don't see very often. 0 power, no stolen bases to speak of. Like, it's bat first, even though the results were not even that inspiring, right? But the plate discipline is so advanced that it has me thinking that, you know, we're talking about an 18-year-old kid that's 160 pounds. He's got plenty of time to fill out. He can grow in power. I think he can grow in his capabilities. So I'm really interested in him. I think he's somebody you want to keep an eye on. And in fact, STS is bumping him up in the rankings here because of perceived bad luck, right? It's his numbers and his projections, looking without regression, are not that inspiring, minus the great plate discipline. But his luck has been so bad that he's adjusted a little bit for that in the rankings. So I'm really intrigued by Bergolla, and I think that he's somebody that you don't necessarily go get right now because you got some time to wait and see. But he's definitely somebody worth being on your watch list, and I think that there's more potential here than I'm seeing with a lot of the other guys that we've already talked about, minus maybe Britt.
Maybe a Luis Ariz type.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah,
Could you see that?
Look. Let's see.
Yeah, potentially you could see an Ariz type of outcome here.
Although Ariz never hit below,
And there's always that potential. Well, Ariz was, I don't think he was ever playing like 18 at Single A.
So he was 19.
He was 19.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's always the potential that Bergolla taps into some power.
Sure.
If he doesn't, then I think we're maybe talking about a rise type of talent here. If he does, I mean, hold on.
Yeah.
I guess.
One thing I like to say about a profile like this is, you can gain strength, you can mature into home runs or speed even. You can't really train an eye. And right now he's got an eye that looks really, really good. Being able to hold off those, we're probably talking about 20 to 25-year-old pitchers that are in single A. It's pretty impressive what he's doing.
Yeah.
I've said this for years, and I probably too loudly, but power's usually the last thing to show up. You got a guy with a good eye, and they're showing that they can consistently hit. I think it was Mookie Betts that had 0 home runs in his first 2 seasons. And then all of a sudden, now he's a major leaguer. He was showing good bat capabilities, and all of a sudden, as a major leaguer, he's a 30 home run guy. Are we going to see that from Bergolla? That would be like, the outlier case, but it's something worth watching and making sure that you're keeping your pulse on. That's for sure.
It's better than striking out at 45% of the time.
That is correct.
All right, William Bergolla, you guys. Ross was kind of a wait and see sort of thing. He's not a go.
I'm excited about him, but I don't think he's like a grab him right now. See him fulfill some of that potential first, and then grab him if he does.
Brian?
I mean, he's probably outside the top 500 prospects that you want to be looking at, but he's interesting.
Guys, we're in a pretty deep draft right now. Is his name going to pop up here real quick?
I added him to my queue, so.
I love it. I love it.
Never should have done this podcast.
Yeah.
Can you post this tomorrow, like right on the website? Because these guys' names are going to just fly off the.
That's right, yeah.